Have you ever looked around your garden and thought it's nice, but it could use a little sparkle? Maybe you've got some flowers blooming and a few pots here and there, but something's still missing. Something that gives it that warm, welcoming, wow factor, like those gardens you see in the magazines. The ones that look like a professional designer had their hands all over it. Well, what if I told you that you could add charm, color, and personality to your garden? Without spending a lot of money, just by taking a little trip to Dollar Tree? Yes, that same store where we've all popped in for gift wrap or kitchen towels. It's also a goldmine for creative garden DIYs. Today on Golden Years Lifestyle Hub, I'm going to show you 10 summer garden DIYs that are not only super affordable, many of them just cost $1 or $2, but they also look like you hired a designer. These ideas are fun, simple, and perfect for giving your garden that expensive look on a thrift store budget. And let me tell you right now, idea number 7? It uses a simple $1 photo frame in the most unexpected way, and the result is so elegant, your neighbors will be asking where you bought it. So stick with me, grab a cup of tea or lemonade, and let's get those creative garden wheels turning. Now, if you're new to the channel, a special welcome to you. This is where we celebrate creativity, comfort, and gardening projects made just for you. No complicated instructions, no heavy lifting, and absolutely no need for expensive tools or backbreaking work. Here, we believe gardening should bring peace, pride, and a little bit of magic to your everyday life, and it should never feel overwhelming or out of reach. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, and if you tap that little bell next to it, you'll always be the first to know when we post more easy, budget-friendly garden ideas made especially with seniors in mind. Whether you're working with a patio, a porch, or just a sunny windowsill, we're here to help you make it bloom, beautifully and simply. DIY number 1. Solar Light Mason Jar Lanterns. Let's jump right into our first summer DIY. And oh, it's a lovely one. We're starting with Solar Light Mason Jar Lanterns, a beautiful, glowing touch that looks elegant at night and takes almost no effort to make. You only need 2 simple items from Dollar Tree, a mason jar and a solar light. That's it. No wires, no cords, no electrical skills required. Just pop the top off the solar light, you know, the kind you stick into the ground, and gently place it into the mouth of the mason jar. It usually fits like a charm. Now, to make it yours, add a little summer magic inside the jar, maybe some smooth pebbles, tiny seashells, or even a handful of colored glass beads. These little accents glow beautifully when the light comes on at dusk, giving your garden a soft, peaceful glow. You can place these lanterns along your walkway, line them up on a deck railing, or even hang them from shepherd hooks near your garden beds. And here's the best part: they automatically light up when the sun goes down. Set them out during the day, let them charge, and by evening, your garden has a gentle, flickering charm. If you have a grandchild visiting, this is a fun project to do together. No mess, no stress, just a little sunshine and creativity. Simple, soothing, and stylish. That's what we're going for here. So grab those mason jars and lights the next time you're at Dollar Tree. You'll be amazed at how something so small can add so much ambience to your outdoor space. DIY number 2. Faux terracotta planters. Now let's add some charm to your patio with a project that looks high-end but costs just a few dollars. Faux terracotta planters. You've probably seen those expensive designer pots in garden stores, right? Beautiful, earthy, rustic, but they can cost a small fortune. Well, we're going to recreate that same look using simple plastic planters and a little paint, both from Dollar Tree. Here's what you'll need: 1 or more plastic flower pots, any shape or size. Terracotta-colored acrylic paint, or even better, chalk paint for that lovely matte finish. A sponge or wide brush for dabbing the paint. Start by giving your plastic planter a quick wipe to remove dust. Then, apply your terracotta-colored paint with a sponge. This creates texture and soft, natural-looking strokes, just like real clay. You can even mix in a tiny bit of white chalk paint to give it that aged, weathered effect. Once it's dry, step back and admire. Your plastic pot now looks like something from a high-end garden boutique. Bonus tip: these planters are super lightweight, which means you can move them around easily, whether you're chasing the sun or just freshening up your patio layout. No need to strain your back lifting heavy ceramic pots. And here's a fun idea: use different shades, maybe a soft cream or dusty rose, to create a collection of faux terracotta pots that each have their own personality. One of our lovely viewers, Margaret from Arizona, sent in a photo of hers last summer. She did a whole row of these along her fence with basil, lavender, and thyme. Just stunning, and all for under $10. So don't toss out those old plastic planters just yet. With a little creativity and a touch of paint, they can be the prettiest part of your garden. DIY number 3, Dollar Tree Hanging Basket Makeover. Now let's breathe new life into those wire hanging baskets from Dollar Tree. You've seen them, the basic black metal ones. They're affordable, sure, but sometimes they can look a little plain on their own. Well, this DIY gives those simple baskets a complete makeover, and you'll end up with hanging decor that looks straight from a boutique garden center. Here's what you'll need: a wire hanging basket from Dollar Tree, some coconut fiber liner, or use burlap, old cloth napkins, or even a cut-up pillowcase for a softer look. Artificial flowers, real plants, or a mix of both optional. UV protectant spray if you're using faux flowers outdoors first. Line your hanging basket with coconut fiber. This not only looks natural but helps hold the soil or faux stems in place. If you can't find coconut liner, don't worry. A piece of old fabric works just fine. Think of it like dressing the basket up a little. Next, fill your basket. If you're going with real flowers, use potting soil and choose something that loves to cascade, like petunias, trailing ivy, or sweet potato vine. If you're more into low-maintenance beauty, pop in some colorful artificial flowers instead. To make faux florals look fresh longer, give them a light spritz of UV protectant spray. This keeps them from fading in the sun, so they'll keep on looking gorgeous all summer long. You can hang your creation on a shepherd's hook, off a porch railing, or even on the fence near your garden path. It adds instant charm and color at eye level, which is especially nice if bending over to tend plants is tricky. And if you've got a walker or cane and prefer your flowers up where you can reach them easily, this is a perfect solution. So with just a few tweaks, that little Dollar Tree basket becomes a vibrant hanging showpiece. No heavy lifting, no planting beds, just joy and style at any height you like. DIY number 4, Upcycled Dish Garden. Now here's a charming project that's both elegant and eco-friendly. We're talking about an upcycled dish garden. This one's perfect for anyone who loves giving new life to old things, and it's especially great if you enjoy succulents or mini indoor gardens. Here's what you'll need: a ceramic dish, bowl, or plate. You can often find pretty ones at Dollar Tree or even reuse an old piece from your kitchen, a sturdy candle holder or glass base to give it some lift, a few handfuls of gravel or small stones, cactus soil, or a mix of potting soil with sand, and of course, some small succulents or other drought-tolerant plants. First, glue your bowl or plate to the top of the candle holder to create a raised planter. If you don't want it permanent, you can just place it on top without glue. But make sure it's balanced. Next, layer the bottom of the dish with gravel. This helps with drainage, especially since most ceramic dishes don't have holes. Then, add a small amount of soil on top. Now for the fun part: plant your succulents, one by one. You can tuck in tiny varieties like echeveria, hens and chicks, or even string of pearls. Nestle them gently into the soil and brush away any dirt on the leaves with a soft paintbrush, or even a dry cloth. Not only does this look beautiful, but it's also super easy to care for. Just a splash of water every now and then, and these little plants will thrive. If you're someone who enjoys tea time or collecting vintage dishes, this is a wonderful way to show off your style in the garden or even indoors by a sunny window. You can place your dish garden on a patio table, windowsill, or side shelf in your outdoor space. It's a lovely conversation piece and brings a bit of artistic flair to even the tiniest corner of your garden. And best of all? It's light, it's low maintenance, and it makes use of items you might already have in the cupboard. DIY number 5, garden sign with picture frame. Alright, let's bring a little personality into the garden. This next project is such a fun one, and it's all about making your garden feel like your space. We're talking about a charming, custom-made garden sign using a Dollar Tree picture frame. What you'll need: a simple 8x10 or 5x7 Dollar Tree frame. Wood or plastic, either works. A chalkboard sticker, or even a piece of painted wood or cardboard for the backing. A white paint pen, chalk marker, or permanent marker for writing. Optional decorations like ribbon, floral stickers, or buttons. A wooden dowel or garden stake to mount the sign in the soil. First, remove the glass from your frame and set it aside. You won't need it. Replace the backing with either a chalkboard sticker or a painted insert. Black or dark green works great if you're going for that chalkboard look. Now comes the fun part: writing your message. This is where you can get creative. How about Grandma's garden? Welcome bees, herbs and happiness. Or something cute like no snails allowed. Use your marker or chalk pen to write the message in big, friendly letters. If you're feeling crafty, you can decorate the frame edges with a little hot glue and floral embellishments, or just keep it simple and rustic. To display your new sign, attach a wooden dowel to the back using strong tape, glue, or zip ties, and simply stick it into a planter, flower bed, or next to your patio steps. If bending over is tough, make the sign tall enough so it's easy to place and read while standing or sitting comfortably. This little sign is such a sweet touch, whether it's marking a special garden spot, adding a bit of whimsy, or just making you smile each time you walk outside. And remember, you can always change the message with a new insert whenever the mood strikes. It's like your garden's way of speaking. DIY number 6, decorative garden trellis. Next up, let's add a little height and elegance to your garden, without spending more than a few dollars. This project is one of my favorites because it's both functional and decorative. We're making a decorative garden trellis using, get this, Dollar Tree bamboo skewers or even wire cooling racks. Here's what you'll need: a pack of bamboo skewers, or a few metal cooling racks, a can of spray paint, gold, white, or even a soft sage green optional, some twine, ribbon, or faux ivy for flare, zip ties, glue, or twist ties to secure the pieces together. Start by laying out your skewers or racks in a trellis shape. With skewers, you can arrange them in a crisscross diamond pattern, like a mini lattice. Just tie or glue the intersections to hold them in place. If you're using cooling racks, they're already shaped like a grid. Just stand them upright and connect two together if you want something taller. Once your shape is set, take your spray paint outside, on a piece of cardboard or newspaper, and give it a fresh coat. White and gold both give that high-end, boutique look. You'll be surprised how elegant it looks with just a little color. After it dries, you can do so much with it. Pop it into a planter with a climbing plant like sweet peas, morning glory, or miniature cucumber, or just use it as a standalone accent in a pot, with a few fairy lights or a ribbon bow to make it pop. You can even add a little sign that says "Grow with Grace" or "Love Grows Here," just to give it a personal touch. This project is lightweight, easy to handle, and adds that extra dimension to your garden, vertically. And if you ever want to change it up, just repaint or reposition it. No digging required. DIY number 7, plastic fence panels as faux garden wall art. Alright, are you ready for the idea that might just make you say, "Wait, that came from Dollar Tree?" This is the shocking one, and I have to say, it's one of the most unexpectedly stylish DIYs in the whole list. We're turning Dollar Tree plastic fence panels, yes, the kind meant to edge flower beds, into faux garden wall art that adds bold, dramatic flair to your space. What you'll need: 2 to 6 plastic fence panels from Dollar Tree, spray paint in a bold color, like turquoise, matte black, or sage green, zip ties, command hooks, or garden twine for mounting. Start by laying out your fence panels on the ground to decide how you want them arranged. You can go with a simple row, create a grid, or even stagger them like a patchwork quilt. The plastic is lightweight and easy to move around until it looks just right. Then, give them a good wipe and coat them with spray paint. This is where the magic happens. That plain garden edging turns into a stunning piece of vertical garden art with just a touch of color. Once dry, use zip ties or lightweight hooks to attach them to your garden fence, a wall, or even hang them from your patio railing. If you want to go a step further, you can add mini faux flower garlands, small signs, or even solar fairy lights to create a true statement piece. This project is especially great if you're short on planting space but still want to add height and color. It works beautifully behind potted plants or raised beds, and it gives your garden that designer look for just a few dollars. And the best part? No nails, no hammer, no heavy lifting. Just creativity, sprayed paint, and a little bit of fun. So if you've been wanting to bring some wow to your space without spending a fortune, this one's for you. It's easy, it's dramatic, and it's completely unique to your garden. DIY number 8. Upcycled planter Windchimes. This next idea adds a touch of music to your garden, literally. If you enjoy the soft, soothing sounds of wind chimes on a breezy day, you're going to love this project. Upcycled planter wind chimes. What you'll need: 1 or 2 small plastic or terracotta planters. Lightweight ones work best. Some beads, bells, or old keys. A spool of string, twine, or fishing line optional. Paint, ribbons, or buttons for decoration. A hook, tree branch, or ceiling beam to hang it from. First, flip the small planter upside down. This will be the top of your chime. If there's already a hole at the bottom, perfect. If not, you can make one using a skewer or ask for a little help. That's where your strings will come through. Next, cut several lengths of twine or string and thread beads or bells along each one. Get creative here. You can use colorful beads for a fun summer look, or mix in old buttons, seashells, or even keys from your junk drawer to create soft, tinkling sounds. Once you've decorated your strings, tie each one through the planter holes so they dangle down like chime strands. Then, use another piece of string or ribbon to create a hanger at the top, and your wind chime is ready to go. Hang it from a tree branch, a porch ceiling, or even a plant hook on your patio. The wind will do the rest, bringing your garden to life with a gentle, musical whisper every time it blows. One of our viewers, Doris from Ohio, said she made hers with buttons from her old sewing box. She calls it her memory chime, and I just love that. It's a beautiful, simple project that adds both visual charm and sound therapy to your garden, a perfect little gift to yourself, or even a sweet handmade gift for someone else. DIY number 9. Decorative Pebble Stepping Stones. Now let's talk about adding a personal path through your garden, one that's not only beautiful but also meaningful. This next project is all about creating decorative pebble stepping stones using simple, affordable supplies from Dollar Tree. Here's what you'll need: a few aluminum baking pans, round or square, whichever you like, a bag of Dollar Tree pebbles or decorative stones, quick-set cement or concrete mix, easy to find at most home stores, optional. Glass gems, letter stamps, or anything you'd like to press into the surface. Start by lightly greasing the inside of your baking pan with a bit of cooking spray. This helps when it's time to remove the stone later. Then, mix your quick-set cement according to the instructions. It doesn't take much, just enough to fill the pan about 1 to 1.5 inches deep. Pour the cement into the pan, then tap it gently on the ground to smooth the surface and release any air bubbles. Now comes the fun part. Decorating. Press your pebbles into the surface in any design you like. Some folks make spirals, hearts, or even little mosaic flowers. You can also use letter stamps or a stick to write a name, a year, or a short phrase like Nana's Garden, or Bloom with Love. Let the stone set for a few hours, or overnight, just to be safe. Once it's hardened, gently remove it from the pan, and you've got a lightweight, handmade stepping stone ready for your walkway, flower bed, or patio. Make a few over time and create a mini path through your favorite garden nook. It's not just functional, it becomes part of your story. These little stones are not only pretty, but they also add a personal touch to your outdoor space, something handmade that will last through many seasons of blooming beauty. And because you're using lightweight molds and shallow cement, they're easier to move and manage than traditional heavy pavers. No lifting strain, no digging required. DIY number 10. Plastic Bottle Flower Tower. For our final project today, we're going vertical, with a fun and colorful plastic bottle flower tower. This one is perfect if you're short on garden space but still want a vibrant display of flowers. What you'll need: several empty plastic bottles or lightweight pots, a sturdy wooden dowel, broomstick, or PVC pipe as your center support, spray paint or acrylic paint for decorating, a bit of potting soil, and shallow root flowers like pansies, marigolds, or petunias. First, prep your plastic bottles by cutting off the tops or bottoms, depending on your design, so they can act as mini planting cups. You can also use small plastic pots if you prefer a more uniform look. Next, take your wooden dowel or pipe and either secure it upright in a large pot filled with rocks and soil or place it in the ground if you're working outdoors. Now, slide the bottles or pots down the dowel one by one, tilting each slightly in a different direction to create a spiral or stacked effect. This gives your tower that fun, whimsical look, like a colorful garden sculpture. Paint each bottle or pot in bright, cheerful colors. Maybe even add polka dots, stripes, or little hand-painted flowers for extra charm. Let them dry before planting. Fill each cup with a bit of potting soil and pop in your favorite low-root flowers. Pansies, marigolds, and even herbs like basil or thyme work great here, and they'll spill out over the sides as they grow, making your flower tower come to life. If you want to avoid bending down to care for your plants, just make the base pot taller or place your tower on a table. It's adjustable for your comfort. This DIY is not only a fantastic space saver, but it also adds height, color, and a whole lot of personality to any patio, balcony, or even a sunny windowsill. And the best part? It's made from upcycled bottles, so it's kind to your budget and the environment, a win-win for the garden and the planet. Now, before we wrap up, I just want to take a moment to encourage you. Especially if you've been watching and thinking, I'm not sure I can pull all of this off. Here's the truth: you don't need to spend a lot of money, and you definitely don't need to be a professional crafter or gardener to make something beautiful. What matters most is your personal touch, and the joy you feel while doing it. Each of the projects we shared today is lightweight, manageable, and can be done while sitting comfortably or standing, depending on what works best for you. There's no rush, no pressure, just a little creativity at your own pace. And if something doesn't turn out exactly how you pictured it, that's okay. Garden DIYs are like life. Sometimes the imperfect bits end up being the most charming. Feel free to modify each idea to suit your style, your space, and your comfort. Don't like painting? Skip it. Prefer faux flowers over real ones? Go for it. Want to use something you already have at home instead of heading to the store? That's the beauty of DIY. You make it yours. Even the smallest change, like hanging a solar jar or painting a flower pot, can bring a fresh, new feeling to your garden. And you know what? You deserve that joy. You deserve to walk outside and smile at something you created with your own two hands. So give yourself permission to try, to tinker, and to take your time. This isn't about perfection, it's about pleasure, peace, and expressing yourself in your garden, one project at a time. Before you start on any of these fun projects, let's take a quick moment to talk about something just as important: your safety and comfort. Because we want gardening to feel good, not tiring or risky. First tip: take your time. You don't have to finish everything in one day. Break projects into small steps. Maybe paint one afternoon, plant the next. Spread it out and enjoy the journey. Work in the cooler part of the day. Early mornings or evenings are best for comfort, especially if you're working outdoors. Don't forget a hat, sunscreen, and to stay hydrated with a glass of water nearby. Choose lightweight materials. Many of these Dollar Tree projects use plastic, foam, or other light pieces. But if something feels too heavy, skip it or ask for help. Use tools with padded handles or a garden seat or kneeler to reduce pressure on your joints. Watch your posture. Whether you're sitting or standing, keep your back supported. Avoid long periods of bending by raising your work. Place your project on a table, bench, or even a large flower pot turned upside down. If you're working on or near a garden path, make sure tools, bags, and supplies are tucked to the side to avoid any tripping hazards. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel sore, tired, or unsteady, stop, stretch, and rest. There's no rush and no wrong way to enjoy your time in the garden. Now before we go, I'd love to hear from you. That's right. This channel isn't just about ideas, it's about sharing and community. And your voice matters here. If you've tried any of today's projects, or if you've done something similar with your own creative twist, share your story in the comments. We'd love to see pictures, hear how it turned out, or learn what materials you used. Sometimes the most beautiful ideas come from each other. Do you have a favorite Dollar Tree garden hack? Or a project that didn't go quite as planned but made you laugh anyway? Let us know. You might just inspire another senior gardener who's starting out. Let's keep encouraging one another and building a place where gardening is not only beautiful, it's personal, meaningful, and shared. If today's video gave you a few smiles, sparked an idea, or just made you feel inspired to try something new in your garden, we'd love your support. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps more seniors find us and lets us know we're creating content you enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe to Golden Years Lifestyle Hub if you haven't already. We share weekly videos filled with gardening tips, DIYs, and simple projects that bring beauty and ease to your life, all tailored for seniors, by people who truly care. Click the little notification bell too. That way you'll never miss out on a new idea, a seasonal update, or a community story that might just brighten your day. Your encouragement keeps this community growing, and we're so grateful you're here with us.